Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and you are looking at an M53, M55, and this one is being driven by Turret Demon, and he's on the southern spawn of Cliff. And it appears that Turret Demon has just platooned with an M103 on his own team. And battle has commenced. Now I can tell this is an M55 by the gun barrel. It's big and fat, that means it's the 18-inch howitzer. If it was thin and long, then that would be the 155mm gun. But what we're looking at here is the 18-inch howitzer instead. Okay, now in battles on Cliff, the south spawn Arty tend to look at the hill first because there's the narrow pass which the enemy tanks tend to drive up very slowly. Makes it very easy to hit them and do a lot of damage to them in the process. But Turret Demon's actually aiming at the west pass. There's a T10 there, letting the aim dial in. Rounds out, and he gets a good splash there. 195 hit points, 3 critical hits. Oh, and he actually splashed an E100 as well at the same time. And he's indicating that he's going to attack the E100, but it pulls back, so obviously he's not going to be able to hit it after all. And you can see an object 252U has pulled ahead from that farmhouse. He's still not loaded, and it's taken out before he can do anything. Okay, some enemy tanks are going up the hill. If you look at the minimap, you can see them. I think Turret Demon might not be aware of that, but what he can see is a T95, and he's loaded, ready to go. Rounds out, and that bounces. You hear that twang? That bounced off the turret of the, or the front mantlet of the T95. So that's a bit awkward. His round didn't do anything there. I think it just bounced off. Okay, he's got some targets on the hill he can fire at. Looks like he's going to have a go at this Leopard. It's always important to hit these tanks because they can actually shoot down onto his own team. So if he doesn't do some damage to them, they might do an awful lot of damage to his own teammates. Okay, he's loaded, ready to go. Fires around at the Leopard. 356 hit points, 2 critical hits. That's a good shot. I think he burnt his repair kit as well. I think he was tracked, but he burnt his repair kit to get back off. And we've got a Canadian Jagdpanzer and an SU-101 trying to shoot downwards. And there's an AMX-30 on Turret Demon's team. Went up and put a round into the back of the SU-101. And they've turned round now because they're trying to engage the AMX. They're worried about being struck. Turret Demon's indicating the Canadian Jagdpanzer. Who's he going to hit? Oh, he's decided to go for a pair of tanks here. Leopard and the SU-101. Rounds out. Wow! And he kills the SU-101 and stuns the Leopard and the Batchat to boot with that shot. He did a massive 468 hit point damage to the Leopard and 228 to the SU-101 and the kill. That AMX-30 is still trying to get shots into the Canadian. Now Turret Demon's indicating that's his next target, but he's still got a few seconds before he's loaded. Let's see what he can do. Rounds out. Ah, it's a splash of 546 hit points, 2 critical hits, and that Batchat's chasing the AMX down the hill, dived off the cliff, rushing him, and he's managed to get a fire on the MX-30, and he's taken the MX-30 out, but the Batchat's getting hammered in the process, and he's been taken out. That means the only tank remaining on top of the hill, the Canadian Jagdpanzer was taken out as well. The only tank remaining up there must be the Leopard. Okay, Turret Demon's paying attention now back to the West Passage. No tanks in sight. In fact, there's none of the enemy tanks are in sight at the moment at all. So he's got nothing to fire at. He's just going to have to wait until someone spots an enemy, and then he can take it from there. Right, we've found one. A T10, but he's hiding behind that house. Now, the other Arty on his team fires a round into the house, but it just hits the house and doesn't do any damage. Well, in fact, actually, it isn't an Arty, it was another tank. Oh, before he can even fire, that T-54 was taken out. Okay, the Leopard has come down onto the next level. He's still looking at the his teammates. He fires a round in, blind. He lost track of the Leopard temporarily, but he's indicating where he thinks it was. None of his teammates are firing up at him. In fact, I don't think any of the teammates, apart from maybe the Conway, have got an angle to actually see that position. The M103, his platoon mate, is down. Right now we can see the Leopard now. The MX-105 has gone up onto the roof, onto the top of the hill. Now it's this Canon d'Assault, the new TD, French TD. It's quite powerful, but it's been taken out. It was killed by the enemy 212, the enemy Arty. Okay, I think he was stationary for too long. Okay, I think that Leopard is definitely behind the lighthouse at the moment. Okay, I think he's staying there to ensure he doesn't get hit. The T-10, right, turret demon's indicating his target. It's hugging that rock, using that rock for protection from the M103. He shoots around it and he kills the T-10. Great shot. Looks like it hit the rear of the vehicle as well. That's his second kill. Right, there are two up on kills at the moment. The E100's been spotted, but unfortunately he's not in a position for turret demon to hit him at the moment, but he's indicating where he's aiming. No, he can't loop the shell over the top of that cliff. So he's just going to have to wait until it comes down to this corner before he can hit it. And I suspect that that E100 is more interested in the M103 or the E100 that's near the cliff top. Or is he going to poke his head down the corner? Right, in the meanwhile, we've got this T-54 Mob 1. Turret demon's indicating the target. He fires a round out. It hits the house. And just as that happens, the E100 has come down to the corner. Now, I think that E100 is reluctant to come around because there's a 121 hiding on the rise just below where turret demon's aiming. And I think that's preventing the E100 from going around the corner. So if that 121 was to pull back a bit, the E100 will come around the corner and then he can hit it. He's loaded, ready to go. There's an STRV S1 making a run. Rounds out. And he splashes it for 143 hit points. 2 critical hits. Okay, it's still in the open. Pulling back a bit. Some rounds bouncing off the top. He's still getting requests for fire support. He's indicating his target. He's still hit it. Now it might be the enemy Arty's down there. You never know. Rounds out. And it went in. Definitely hit target. Got the STRV S1, but he didn't kill it. So the dead wreck did not appear. But he must have done a lot of damage to that tank. And this Lurther's about to be wiped out, and he has been. Okay, now that there's only 2 tanks left, the STRV and the 212. So the forces are rapidly progressing north to find them. In the meantime, the E100 must have dealt with the Leopard that was on the hill. And we're loaded, and there's the STRV. Yes, it did suffer a lot of damage. And unfortunately, the round goes in, it twangs against the hull. So he would have got a kill if only it had not already died. And there's the 212. He didn't go down in the ship, but he has been taken out, and that's the end of the game. So let's have a look at the end of game stats. Sorry for that. That should not have come up. I do beg your pardon. Doesn't normally happen. Okay, and we can see that Turret Demon got a second class tanker in the M53 M55. He also got a bruiser medal for scoring at least 5 critical hits, crew incapacitations or module damage. He also picked up a Gore's medal for scoring 10 times the hit points of his own vehicle in damage. And he got a Confederate because he hit more of the enemy than anyone else on his team, at least 6 tanks that were subsequently destroyed by members of his team. And we can see those there. On the team score, he came second on damage, only to the 121. He did 3,679 hit points of damage. He came joint second on kills with 2, and he came third when it came to base XP of 899. He fired 12 rounds in total, got 4 direct hits, 3 penetrations, 9 splash damage, damage of 3,679 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. He hit 8 of the enemy, killed 2 of them, did 289 hit points of stun assist, and got 11 stuns in total. On a premium account, he earned 42,915 credits, but he also got a personal missions payout of 50,000 credits as well, and after deduction for ammunition, and he didn't use any premium rounds, he comes away with 64,345 credits. He earned XP of 1,349 experience points. He also gets a personal reserves bonus on them too, so he takes away 2,698 experience points in total. So well done there, Turret Demon. Nice battle, good medals. And hopefully if you enjoyed this replay, please do give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully I'll see you in the next replay.